you have done a phenomenal job in utilizing what you are given, and most importantly, seeing that it has resulted into the success which you want.
Yes, I result what I got as of now. So it is as far as mark sheet is concerned, I got the
Mm,
result as I desired.
mm,
You have concept regarding target mark sheet.
mm, mm.
So I have also after completion of exam I have made regarding like that, just
Mm.
figuring out my marks and all that. So
Right.
I got that somewhere around scores.
Perfect. Perfect. So now, what was your initial reaction?
After seeing the result.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm sharing the moment what I have done
Mm,
while opening the result. Just I was refreshing the page
mm,
when result will quickly that link appears. So first of
mm.
all, I want to say with my parents, but before that I want to ensure whether it is good or not. So I take my I have I'm a very much firm believer of Lord Krishna and all that. So I have opened with Lord Krishna. So what I have done, I have input my number and I have
Mm.
just put it on camera. I don't
Right.
want to say. So
Okay.
I tell Lord, okay, whatever
Mm.
you have given result, it is your wish for me. So
Nice.
gradually I have pick it up and I see the result pass. So I thank too much to my Lord Krishna's. Thank you so much for this pass result. And I was very much happier. So first of all, I have shared my result with Lord Krishna, and after that, I arranged the situation. I arranged all this settlement, and I sat with my parents. And
Wonderful. Rajan. Mm,
second time, I have opened result by my
mm.
parents' hand, just to see
I
their.
understand. Right. Right. Good.
So
Good. Good. You've done a good job.
so it
Mm.
was happened
Mm.
while the result time. So it was very much amazing and very much memorable for me.
So both of you had the pleasure of experiencing it real time. That's a good thing that you have done.
Yes,
So
my
then it
papa
was
was too much happy because of we have some struggling phase and everyone is waiting for my CA final result positive.
right.
So my father and my brother like mentally very much relaxed. Okay, okay,
Good to
now
know.
something new journey will begin.
So let me do this. I always like changing or upgrading the names of my students. So I'm adding those magical two letters to your name. So it feels really satisfying. So CA
Yeah,
Rajanagar
yeah,
officially.
then yes, it
Hearty
is.
congratulations once again.
Thank you.
So let me make myself as a colleague now. So when you looked at the result, once you processed it, how did life change, Rajan, after clearing CA? Like what happened internally and what is happening externally?
As far as internal is concerned, whatever I was lacking, that is just validation from the outside
Hmm.
world.
Right. Hmm.
Actually, I was internally very much confident about myself, not overconfident, but
But
confident that
reasonably. Hmm.
I have seen the very much struggling phase, and each after each and every day failure, I have conquered myself. Actually, I'm
Hmm.
not conquering the outside, I am conquering myself, my everything, indiscipline or inconsistency. After all that, I have achieved this positive result. So I am confident within, okay, I have figured it out the process from the failure to success in somewhat later manner, so I can now take up the other challenges as well. So like but from outside people don't know the our internal struggling
Right.
phase and all our processes whatever happening in our mind. So outside validation is not there, but after becoming chartered accountant, when officially declared, external validations are approved. Okay, now you are qualified and you are okay. So outside validations I got, and after that that mental constraint which stopping us to take doubtless action in the outside world, we can take upfrontly just because of this degree. Okay, now we are qualified and we can take up the all challenges outside. So respect I got and self confident for the outside external actions. And now I can take up the challenges more confidently and with firm mindset after becoming a CA officially.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So what are next steps which you're looking at, Rajan?
As far as career is concerned, I am looking
Hmm.
for the investment banking side. Means
Okay.
I have core interest within investment side, portfolio management, equity research, and all that stuff, technical fundamental analysis, graphs, and all that. So I have inclination about this. So I am looking forward this in this role. But I have tax background, income tax background in well-known firm in Ahmedabad. So, but I want to switch it because in long-term perspective, I want to see myself as a finance guy who is well versed with the investment and all that stuff, all that dealing and all that. So I want to go in that.
Understood. Perfect. So did you start applying for any jobs or something already?
As of now, there is one platform, jobads.com. There is one platform in I have researched, and I got that. And where there are providing complete finance program in that they are giving teachings to all these things what I have mentioned, and they also give an interview preparation guide, then CV and all that. Then they take more mock interviews, and they have tie-ups with the this financing firms and well-known MNCs, kind of this GT and JP Morgan and all that all stuff. So they are also giving complete guaranteed placement as well. So I have enrolled that, and I am taken that course. So they are also providing intensive as well, practical from industry projects like capstone projects. So they have all complete programs. So I have enrolled for that, and I'm in that process as of now.
Wonderful, Rajan. Great. So to recapitulate our journey with us, our team has prepared as mini PPT. So I just want to take you through that, and also we just wanted to have a quick discussion in that lines. Please
Okay.
confirm if you're able to see that screen.
Yes, sir. It is apparent.
Okay, perfect. I guess this is the video I have shared with us.
Yes. Hello everyone. Myself Rajan Nagar from Ahmedabad, Gujarat. So I have just recently qualified chartered accountant in November 23 and I cleared in 6th attempt. So I have seen the many ups and downs through this journey.
Rajan, at this junction, you're talking about clearing in six attempt, right?
Yes, sir.
So what actually happened? Why did you take six attempts? Like,
Uh, I can say the main reason for my failure in CA final is first of all I have mentioned in that review what I have written review.
mm,
So in that I have mentioned that I failed to adopt change. First of all,
mm,
my mistake is that I failed to adopt change like from the offline to online after
mm,
COVID situation. Actually, my first attempt was due in May 21.
mm,
And because of COVID and all that, it was delayed and it was taken in July 21. So
right,
at that time in lockdown phase, I failed to adopt change from the online from the offline to online. So
right.
I couldn't complete the syllabus
Syllabus.
just because of that change. At the home, I in comfort, I can say, or in some my other work, I can say office work and all that, I couldn't complete my syllabus. That is my first mistake. And after that, that procrastination and that were self doubt, guiltness, and all that keep on ongoing, and
Mm,
some
mm,
social
mm.
stuff as well in my family as well. So all that combined together, and it was make up the chain of the some steps towards the failure happened.
Right, right.
So
Mm.
I was recovering myself from all that stuff, and so that's why it was a a long process to clear my
Understood.
CA final.
Got it. Now, in the previous attempt, before we get into the detailed review, what changed? Like, what was the significant change in the previous attempt?
In my November 23, what I have
Yes,
cleared. Yeah.
yes.
In my previous attempt, I can say as complete preparation I have changed. Means I have joined Super 36 in May 23. May
Mm.
23 attempt, and at that time I was little time to ongoing all over our stuff, whatever given, all techniques, all the contents. But I was maybe if you remember, I have joined a full day with you have
Stay with them. Yeah.
slotted
Mm,
full day
mm,
with you.
mm,
So
mm.
that process, then 3 hour strategy, 5 time revision technique, then reporting day and revisions, and all that stuff given me background surroundings.
Right.
Okay, this is the process and this is
Mm,
the proper manner to do our preparation.
mm,
So before that, I was doing a FSZ manner. without
Right.
any clarity of the process. And that don't give me the self-confidence, okay, I'm going in the right track or not. But
Hmm.
after going all these things, I got the mental validation. Okay, I'm going in the right track. So I
Hmm.
was done with this, and I'm just doing my efforts. So
Right.
all that things improved my preparation and clarity.
Hmm.
So all that result into the positive scorecard.
Perfect. Now, for each and every subject, if you look at it, what actually changed between the previous attempt and this attempt? If you look at the
Okay.
numbers.
Hmm.
So, especially for audit and law, how did you improve 15 marks roughly?
Okay. So as far as audit and law is concerned, I completely means I have done majorly, I think so I can say selective study. But
Okay.
whatever I have done very perfectly.
Right.
In auditing, maybe I don't have to tell, but I haven't done essay.
Hmm.
It is covering around 30 to 35 marks, but I haven't done essay. But other part of the audit paper, special audits and all that other chapters and in initial chapters, I have done very perfectly with
Hmm.
provisions, and I have
Hmm.
also gone through the questions as well. Means
Hmm.
our past paper questions. So I have read that, I have done the provisions very well, and I have revised also that. So whatever I have learned, I have input in my paper very well. So I have written very well. So that is the reason I have scored gain in this two theory paper. And as far as SFM in FR is concerned, FR paper at the November 23, we all know it was difficult, one of the difficult paper in FR. So that maybe scored down in the FR, but SFM as well. But SFM actually I don't get the desired result. In SFM, I was expecting exemption 60 to 70 in bit 60 to 70, but whatever I have accepted. But audit and law, it is sufficient. And the main reason in scoring the good mark in audit and law, that is the MCQs. MCQ is very much helpful to score good mark because I remember I cannot in law paper there was 10 marks miscellaneous 10 marks MCQ come from the miscellaneous chapter, registration of name of the companies and all that stuff. So removal of name of company from the ROC register. So complete MCQ set case study scenario from the miscellaneous. So we cannot ignore that miscellaneous chapter as well. ICI can test that miscellaneous chapter in MCQ case study and full descriptive also. So that small things we
Right.
cannot ignore.
So one is deep and selective study is what you're saying. That is something which has worked for you.
Not completely selective study,
Hmm.
but whatever. Actually, I have maybe lack of time, so that's why I have either choice. Okay, whether I have to go apparently the other things or whatever I have done, just I have to revise and make the strong grip on this. And I also remember you also told in the last time, don't take new things. Whatever you have studied, just to make it revision and make strong grip on this, so we can actually present properly in the paper. So that thing I followed. Okay, whatever I have done, I just do with very good grip.
Right. So I just want to dig deep into what you have presented here. So number one, this is an interesting word. Like when you mentioned self struggling to self resolving. So what did you mean by this? I like this word. So.
Actually, self-struggling to self-resolving means actually, sir, I want to share my some this 3 year journey of CA final.
Hmm.
Uh, in the beginning phase, I was literally in beginning I was crying.
Hmm.
Means whenever I was alone, I was as I told you, my connection with Lord Krishna means kind of I was crying in front of him, or I was crying in front of universe. Actually, I'm more believer of in spirituality, and I am doing some kind of all that stuff. So I was very much struggling before because of the first time I have seen the failure in my life. Till the intermediate, I have cleared go through with the first attempt, and in my graduations and 12th as well with the top with the high rank of this course. But in the CA final, I have seen the complete opposite side of the table, whichever I haven't expected. So I was literally broken down from, okay, what is happening with me. I am completely change the scenario. So After that I have stopped everything, and just I have come across your YouTube advertisement at that time in, I think, 2021 May or July around. So at that time you have 2 3 days workshop for paid workshop, I think 450 around something. So you have a workshop, so I have enrolled because I was continuously finding the solution, because my mind is not like completely negative. I'm just changing the things, because negative vibes not at all going me to improve and success in my life. So just I'm figuring out where can I get this shelter, something learning, something new, positive solutions. And I came across your workshop, and at that time I have joined, and I have figured it out everything, and I have noted down it. But just because of that mental, inertia or that kind of thing, we cannot act upon immediate basis. But I have recorded it. So after that, I have just seen the solution, and I was subconsciously I'm preparing positively. It's positive things and positive people, positive learning. After that, I think so around 2 years. For 2 years, I have prepared my self tracking, my daily 1 minute. I have recorded I 1.5 to 2 years habit tracker and time tracker. So
Mhm.
wherever my 1 minute is going, I am recording. Okay, this is when that,
Nice.
when that, and habit tracker. Okay, daily basis in 24 hours, at least I have to perform these habits, including everything, mental, physical, spiritual, and study as well, completely. So I was tracking that as well. So this tracker system helped me a lot to evaluate myself at some periodic interval. Okay, I'm lacking here, I'm lacking here. So I am continuously improving, continuous learning. Means wherever happening, I was learning continuously in spirituality, which helped me to uplift my inner self. So positively, I have turned around. In that scenario, I have done as well 2 times Vipassana as well. Vipassana
Okay,
meditation
nice.
technique.
Mm.
So
Mm.
10 days came there. There is, so I have done 2 times as well in this 3 years journey. And
Right.
this whole thing contributed me in changing my completely self struggling to self resolving. Means my mind become, okay, this is the problem. What is the
Yes.
now solution? This is the problem. What is the now solution? So this mind pattern changed during this journey.
So problem centric to solution oriented is what you.
Yes.
Fantastic, fantastic. So this is more important than this, more than this CA. So when you're in a position to become in this mode where you can resolve the problems in real time, that gives
Yes.
you more power than becoming a chartered accountant. I'm very happy about it. So let's understand more about your life book CA funnel. Interesting. So the CA funnel where I failed for the first time in my life badly for the first time is scattered totally. When did this happen? It's in 2020.
Yes. 2021 was very challenging for me.
Okay, because of the adoption of online offering, which you
Yes.
just mentioned. So
Yeah.
at that point of time, we came across an advertisement on YouTube regarding workshop CA panel and registered myself was more than 2 3 days workshop. I noted on the instructions, the content share, claims there is no doubt worthy to take strong grip. And after that, the result is byproduct. Yes. However, big mistake, I just noted down. Nice. Not implemented correctly, but as I've noted somewhere in my mind, it was reminding me again and again to act upon it. Okay, understood. So what happened after the workshop, Rajan? Because you said that you loved the workshop, you joined it. What actually happened? Why did you not continue, or why did you not implement? What happened after the workshop?
Just I told na sir, that inner inertia or procrastination or some indiscipline, I can say. So at that time, something other priorities and all that stuff. So that mentally not seriousness. Okay, I have enrolled just because of that failure chain I want to break. But that internal things, actually, just from the spiritual background, I can say the mind and our body is completely different. Mind is running in all that realms. So all that stuff I have to work upon it and come back on this stuff. So after that, I have continuously keep the chain. First of all, I have enrolled that workshop. I noted down, and that material also with me. So I kept on reading. Okay, this is the step, this is the thing, and all that. And after that, I was attending your webinars. I have mentioned that as well. Okay, I was connected through webinars. Whatever at Sunday basis you are conducting free webinars. Okay, this strategy, all that. So I was connected through that. So I haven't stopped and I have disconnected from. If I was disconnected, then cannot come back again.
Right.
So
Mhm.
I know the mind game as of now through this journey. I know the mind game. Mind is never ever become our friend. It is the most I can say bigger enemy of our own self. So in the life, there is only one challenge that we have to conquer ourselves. Lord Buddha has also told that there is winning our own self is better than conquering the 1,000 battles. So our mind game is so I was fighting with my mind, and I was talking with my mind. Okay, you want to do this, but I want to do this. So I am differentiating and again bounce back to this journey and doing the things happen.
So you realize that mindset makes the biggest difference.
Yes.
Good. So eventually you could not implement it and came back and joined. And yeah, this is something which most of the students, right, Rajan, like the value of this course, right? Because I think if I was multiple times I wish to enroll, but due to financial constraints, when you know the value of something, I'm sure their parents would support it, right? Because if you look at it, whatever you invest in anything, it's just recovered in just 1 month after clearing.
Yes.
Maximum that can be needed is taken in 1 month. Now there are 2 points regarding it. One, if you don't trust that it will work, it's not worth investing even 1,000 rupees. But if you know that it is going to work, if you know that it is going to save your attempt, if you know that after you discovered after much exploration, why are you not able to take a step? Why didn't you not have a conversation and what actually happened and what changed?
Uh, Actually, your program and all that is very much well, and you have told that there is a lot of hours. I think 10,000 hours means a lot of research work has done.
Yes.
And as of now, I can say during this journey, I have also learning from the other sides as well, outside YouTube and all some good created
Yes.
good international speakers and as well. So I was also gathering, and I know how much efforts it will take to build a system.
Right.
So you have developed all the system, established system from the very beginning to the top. So it will take lot of hours, lot of research work, and lot of systematic efforts required to build this ecosystem. So after that, initially I don't have that much I can say action oriented mind. Okay, action, act. But after some point of time, I figured it out. Okay, getting and gathering knowledge in our mind is not going to make any change. Just
Right.
I have to act and without any thinking, without any self doubt. And till today as well, whatever I have after that I have started investing in myself. That is I call investing in myself. That's it. Okay, whatever I am doing for the some good thing, I am not investing in some other for my outside pleasures and all that, but for my mind, for my career, and for myself, which is going to add on some values in myself. I am not thinking too much. Okay, this is the improving me, so this should be invested rather than investing in outside, wasting money in outside. It is good. It is not at least going in the impermanent thing. Actually, I have joined your mentorship, so it is not impermanent. It is not
Right.
limited to the only CA final attempt. So if I am enrolling it, it will long last with me in my mind.
Right.
The
Right.
learnings, the techniques, and wherever I go in other streams or other study in our career as well. So this is the registered in my background. Just because of that, I enrolled that 2 3 days workshop. I have noted it down. So that keeps revolving in our mind. So this investment is not at least dead investment. It is the uh, long term and infinite investment. I can say it is long lasting. So this investment should be done, and I have done. At that time I was not acted, but at some point of time in 2023, I have mentioned as well here. Okay, I have decided. Okay, in 2023, I want to become CA anyhow.
Right.
Means, at least I have to fix deadline in mind. Okay, there is no point of dragging it again and again. So in 2023, anyhow I want to clear. So May 23, after completion of exam, I have prepared like for interview. I have prepared my CV and all that stuff I have done. But I got the unexpectedly the negative result in May 23. So in November 23 as well, I have written. Okay, 110% I am becoming chartered accountant. Means there is some positive affirmation and visualization and law of attraction kind of stuff. So I'm just preparing myself to believe, okay, I have to do it, and just acting upon it. So at one, this acting for the mentorship is part of that action oriented my step conversion from the just gathering into the acting.
I understand.
The thing.
So you're able to convert your thoughts into action. That's the best part which has happened, right? That's what you're
Yes.
saying. Okay, fine, good. And for those who are still thinking about financial constraints, who think they definitely would like to join the mentorship, but because of finance, I think just like the way you thought, many people think about it, right? Now, what is your suggestion for them? Do you think finance is a constraint?
As far as financial constraint is concerned, see, actually, being a student, major has a financial constraint because everyone is not earning and everyone is not that strong family background. So that is the very generalized thing. First of all, we have to
Mm.
generalize. Okay, it is the general thing.
Mm. General thing,
Okay,
right?
everyone has financial constraint. I also have, but just we have to think long-term perspective, not short-term. Okay, at this moment I have to spend. Actually, it is not spending, it is first of all investing. Okay, so just convert our we have to convert our mind from the spending to investing. And we are investing for ourselves. So there is not anything, okay, which I will not in the CA profession, we are thinking in the ROI perspective. What is
Right.
return on investment?
Mm.
So whether I am investing in this, so what will be the return on investment in this? So we can also figure it out. Sir is also in the mentioning in the workshop at the end. So by investing this and by not investing, if the one attempt we take, so this much opportunity cost will happen and all that. That calculations are available. So we can I am rest assured about it that our return on investment is very much higher than this with the general market and in the normal course of return as well. If we carry all these learnings for the long term in our mind, so it will not going to waste anyhow. But only one condition I want to share from my personal experience that after taking mentorship, actually we have to follow all the
Right.
guidelines. Follow means blindly, means no if and buts, but whatever the rules. That in the orientation there is a first sheet you have given, sir, 10 commandments and all the rules. And so just first sheet is the enough. Just follow it blindly. Then nobody can give you the most satisfaction from this mentorship. But
Right.
the problem is happening where our doubting mind, coming upfront. Okay, this and this, by if and buts, but just follow blindly rules, and everything is supporting surrounding. So there is no any problem in this.
Wonderful. I like the way you look at it. The return of investment is something we should look at. Yes, good. And finally decided to become CA in 2023. Anyways, I've determined that I'll take all the necessary steps of process to clear exam. So, when you talk about process, what do you mean by this process, Rajan? Like, when you talk about preparation as a process, what are the various things you think are there in the process?
First of all, as far as process is concerned, to clearing the CA exam is from my intermediate. In intermediate, I have cleared my both groups in first attempt. So from my that experience, I have figured it out that first of all, good syllabus completion, strategic syllabus completion is very much important. Okay, if your syllabus completion, at least back of the mind, you are confident about yourself. Okay, I have done with my notes. I have completed my syllabus, so it will give you the edge at the in the preparation phase, in the
Right.
revision phase.
Mm.
Okay, you can now take up revisions and you can plan it. But without
Mm.
completion of syllabus, we cannot have that much confidence ourselves. Okay, we can think a plan for the future plans, like revision and all that stuff, test writing and all that. So first of all, the base is the syllabus completion with the completion of notes and all that. So this is the first and foremost for the syllabus completion to give clearing the both groups in first attempt. Without syllabus completion, no one can it is not possible that clearing the both groups in CA final in first attempt. Before 6 months study leave. Last 6 months study leave, we have to complete syllabus. That is the
Right.
prima facie condition to clear the both group. So after that syllabus completion, you are planning your revisions first time, second time, and revising also strategically. There is we can set the priority, and after that writing is very much important, very much. So I have experience in a May 23 attempt. You have made us to write in a full day with him. So write papers from the RTPs and MTPs. So that thing very much helpful to me because on FR examination day in previous attempt I scored I think 57 in FR. So FR examination day morning I have written that kind of thing you have made us to write on the that full day with him session. So I have written that paper on FR day morning just to figure it out.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
my hand. I have just equipped my hands to writing fast and all that in the morning. So
Hmm.
that thing helped me to clear my FR score at that time 57 in FR. And the specific thing I want to mention here, in all the papers, I haven't completed full papers. Whatever scored I have scored in this attempt and May 23 attempt, I just make it around 75 to 80. Rest 20 marks I couldn't able to attend. 75 to 80, figure it out. Approximately I able to write and present in my paper. So there is I can say if you are not even completing, but whatever writing with perfect accuracy, it will also going to very much a good result. So that thing, as far as process is concerned, back to process, that is the syllabus completion, and after that, revision. And five
Hmm.
time revision is super helpful. Means there is no any other alternative from this. So and after that, reporting, midday revision, day end revision, and previous day revision. This cycle is the scientific. There is no any nothing but scientific. So again and again we revise, it will register in our mind. So there's a syllabus completion, then revision, then test writing. Without test writing, no one can expect,
Right.
first attempt clear in the CA. We
Right.
can become
Right.
CA with attempts, but without writing, no one can become CA in first attempt. That is the
Hmm.
core one. So before failing in the ICI, we have to fail daily in preparation phase. And after that only we can succeed in the first attempt in ICI attempt. So test writing and then evaluating self, exam mistake tracker. So EMT. So that thing also helpful to figure it out. Whatever I can say, it is a post-mortem of our exam, our
Right.
paper. So we have to do post-mortem of our paper. Okay, what thing well I have done, I haven't done, time wise, accuracy wise, and our speed wise. So without that, no one not possible to figure it out and get clarity in our mind. And the most important thing is self-belief and confidence. After completion of all this process, we have to gain that self-belief and confidence. Okay, now I am done with it. In intermediate time, I was very much confident within. Before going to examination all, I was confident, okay, whatever the question, I will ready to answer. But in CA final, if you have that much confident, little bit confident, whatever the question, I will am ready to answer. That confident make us to win the half game actually. So this all thing accumulated a result into the positive for me.
Wonderful. So basically, it looks like you have implemented everything given to you, Rajan. Best part is that you took action. Like even if it's a
Yes.
delayed one, you took a solid action, I guess.
Actually consistently I haven't implemented, but
But
in some stops, and I am recording in my mind, so I am as and when required I implemented it.
wonderful.
So I have worked upon it there as well.
Right. And here you mentioned this action of enrolling for mentorship made me accountable for my studies. Like what happened when you mentioned that?
Accountable, that is only been required to perform and to get success in any work, not only
Mm.
study, in our career as well, in our family as well. Be accountable to our
Mm.
own self and to the duties whichever given to us. So as far as CA final study phase, the study is only our duty. Okay, we have
Right.
to study, we have to complete syllabus, we have to revise, write paper and clear.
Mm.
So as far as this duty at our mind, just because of mind, we are cheating our own self. Our mind is cheating our own self. So just we have to stop this cheating of our own self with our own self, with self. So this we don't have to pampering or accelerate our cheating to our own self, because just because of that we are in indiscipline, procrastination, instability, then self guilt, and all this is mind traps, and it is
Mm.
not going to help in any manner to clear CA final exam. So
Wonderful.
I have to become very much strict to self. I was literally, separate from myself, and I was scolding myself in front of mirror. So
Right.
this is not going to happen in this way. You are not
Mm.
made for this.
Mm.
If I got the human birth, I don't supposed to waste my time like this.
Right.
Uh, so I become your own teacher or very much strict trainer. No one
Mm.
is going to help in this world other than our own self. That is the clear cut funda for me.
Right.
Mentorship is there, mentor is there, parents is there, friends is there, but no one is going inside yourself.
True.
Inside we are only going. So become our own strict trainer and be accountable for study. So joining mentorship is supporting for me.
Right. Right. Mm.
People are doing you are doing efforts like sessions and some some techniques and all that our that in morning we were joining, I was joining sometimes for these morning studies and all that. That is a room system in Zoom
Zoom.
sessions
Mm.
joining at that time. So by that I can be accountable. Okay, at that time sir has scheduled this session, so I have to attend this. And okay, sir has given this task. At that time you were giving before you have given the plan,
Mm.
and
Mm.
you have mentioned there is, I think you have there is some system like we have to end our day before 5 p.m.
Right.
Before
Study
5 p.m.
window. Mm.
this, and after 5 p.m. you have to do the
Mm.
eco means
Mm.
end game optimizers and some past papers and ICA journals and all that. So this made me to accountable. You are giving task, I am acting upon it. You are giving task,
Right.
I am acting upon it.
Mm.
So that reporting kind of, and that our system built in our mind. Our mind is like that. Okay, bhai, someone is giving task, I am doing. Otherwise, I am my own boss. So that helped me to become accountable.
Perfect. And finally, when you said this, I connected to an established system. It made me to take doubtless actions in my preparation. Now, what were the doubtful actions normally? What changed here?
Doubtful actions. Before joining mentorship, I don't have
Mm.
techniques. I don't have 3 hour techniques. I don't have that revision technique. I don't have that ecosystem. I don't have these sessions. So
Mm.
that all, in short, I don't have clarity. So I was struggling in the beginning. I told struggling means something coming in my mind. Okay, I am doing this, I am planning this, but the inner satisfaction I don't get. Okay, whether I am going in right track or wrong, because there is a sort of time in that I can't do the trial and error again and again. So at that time, after joining this mentorship, at least I have go through the all the content. Okay, whatever you have mentioned in, okay, this is the logical, scientific, and practical.
Right.
There is nothing ad hoc basis or FZ. So this is logical and making something sense to make us successful in this journey. So
Mm.
that thing giving me confidence. Okay, this is you have done some research work. You have completed built up the ecosystem. That is not happen automatically. So it requires a lot of efforts and a lot of things. So obviously, and even you are also chartered accountant. You
Right.
are also professional. So that things become strong confidence for ourselves for the preparer. So that confidence, that all base give us the clarity. Okay, whatever I'm doing is on the right track.
Right.
So that many negative things and overthinking cut down. So that
Understood.
gives the clear actions in the preparation.
So when you say that doubtless you're able to do things seamlessly without thinking twice, where you know that this is what is going to happen, I think that is one advantage that you had.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you mentioned techniques were amazing and result giving, what is result giving? Apart from the macro result, on a daily basis, how would you know that these are giving results? Like what is your measure in terms of when you use the word result giving?
Okay. Result giving means at the end, whatever
Okay.
output we get means we are giving our efforts as an input in a
Mm.
study, but
Mm.
we don't get that output, required output, effective output. We don't
Mm.
feel like a result. So
Mm.
okay, I have done something, so it is something I got, but that required output, effective output, I didn't get. So
Mm.
after joining, like a revision is if someone is asking me, tell me this provision, tell me these steps. So if I don't recollect, I don't feel prepared. And after that revision technique, if someone is asking, I can figure it out and make it, some answer on this. I can write it. So it is giving me the result giving. So okay, at least I have utilized this 5 TR a day and revision and this technique. So at least I am ready to recollect from my mind and write it down as of now on a real time basis. Whenever people ask me. So this end game optimization give me the clear background of the examination question pattern and in what pattern they are going in bit depth level, then our application of mind analytical things and all that stuff, box breathing technique like to calm for the calmness of our mind. So this box breathing technique also is very much superb. It is aligned with the pranayama and all that stuff. So TCD, time compression technique and all that. So time compression technique, in that you made us to like I can say it's like a robotic situation. We are giving our input to mind. You have to do like this in during this time period. There is no any other alternative. So our mind is like this. Okay, switch on, and I am working full day. I have to complete before this, and after that I have to do this. So all this is giving me the at the end whenever I go to sleep, it gives satisfaction. Okay, I have produced something result today, effective result. So all these techniques gives the result giving. I believe that like that.
Wonderful, Rajan. Your understanding of the concepts and most importantly, articulation is extremely good. It's a very important skill when you go there. So yeah, so I'm sure you're utilizing your time, energy, attention. You're able to do that. Only then it gets reflected here. And generally, to summarize, because the long conversation, at the end, we kind of ask our students 3 to 4 questions, which will help somebody to clearly and specifically know how they have to process it. So, what is the biggest change? If you have to talk about what is the biggest change after joining HLS, what would you say?
Biggest change after joining HLS, I can say there is nothing possible for us. Sorry, there is nothing impossible for
Possible
us.
for us, right?
So if we go in the strategic way, if we
Mm,
go in the processed manner
mm,
and applying the right techniques,
mm,
so we can resolve out everything. So after joining your community and your cohort system, I figure
mm,
it out that from struggle and all that stuff, all the negative things which is not going to help, we have to act and we have to convert ourselves. And
mm.
there is a lot of things available, we can change us.
Right,
So this technique stuff and some strategic manner, and you have done all the work. So it gives us a positive insights. I can do now anything because
mm,
something
mm,
is doing like this from the applying these things. And I have cleared in sixth attempt, but there are many people who are clearing very giving examination for the very long and
right.
clearing after a very long time. So if they are clearing from this formula, if someone is clearing, so everyone can do anything.
Right, right. So that's a very good explanation. Again, we're talking about the fundamental change in the mindset level where you're in a position to believe that everything is possible. Yes.
Yes.
Now, a lot of students find it hard to decide whether to join or not. So, how would the decision making happen? Because you also took time, right, from the point where you wanted and when you actually joined. Now,
Hmm.
our concern is students, anyways, join, but if they join earlier, they can clear earlier. They can save a few lakhs by joining 1 year before. Now, this is happening with most of the students, Rajan, unfortunately. They decide to join, but then they waste at least 1 year or one attempt before they come back and join. So, how do they think, or how should they decide when they're not completely sure and reasonably sure?
Okay. So as far as action taking phase for the self, this is actually action taking phase. Okay, whether I should go either this side or this side. So
Mm,
at that time, just being a student, you have to think like that. Okay, whether I am able to conquer this field by own
mm,
self.
mm,
Means if I am able to conquer my all this struggling phase and all that by own self, you don't need anyone, then we are not going to tell anything to you because you are own self capable. Okay, we are
right,
not
right.
doubting on you.
Mm,
But if you need some comfort, if you need some cushion, or if you need some guidance from the
mm,
well established system, then
mm,
doubtlessly you don't have to think much. If you
mm,
are looking for someone to hold your
mm,
hand,
mm,
then that is available. If you
mm.
don't want to hold anyone's else, you are on your boss and you can conquer on your field by yourself. This is the short answer I want to give.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It makes sense. Now, in terms of recommendation, the question is very obvious. Would you like to recommend our mentorship to other students? And if yes, why would that be?
Yes, the same thing as I give answer to the earlier. I think earlier answer is summarizing this answer as well. So if someone is looking for someone, I am very much stuck. I need
Hmm.
someone
Hmm.
or who can guide. Very much welcome to this community because it was surely going to give very much brighter sides in their
Hmm.
struggling phase. So I am recommending for all those who actually required it as of now. And if someone okay, no, I am okay with my steps and I am going with my direction. So okay, best of luck to all everyone.
Good. So you said it blunt and straightforward the way it should be. Cool. And finally, Rajan, you have become a super student. You have cleared in one attempt. I believe you're in the process of hitting this. I think this is where you would like to start and would like to do if anything we can support from our end. And I clearly see that you are an all-round personality with a personal brand building is one of the steps because when you're articulating yourself, others notice. Okay, if you're able to explain, because it's easy to succeed, it's very hard to explain how you succeeded. For a lot of students and a lot of mentors, they do not know what actually worked. They think it's motivation, they think it's hard work, but there are a lot of nitty gritties and nuances in terms of how the mind works and how a process is improved from where it is. So that way, I'm very happy and proud that you're able to articulate everything very, very clearly. That's a very, I would say that's super skill. So yes, I would like to congratulate you on that. And eventually, when you move on, I would definitely like you to balance all the other four wheels, like all the four wheels. One is your career, which is already happening, relationships, health, and wealth. Of course, health is something which you have to maintain, and wealth is the direct consequence of career. So next thing which I would be looking forward to is getting into a happening relationship at a personal level, and also maintain a very good network because network is your net worth. Once again, the net worth is linked to your wealth here. So career and
Yes.
relationships will affect your wealth. And of course, health is central to everything. So that is exactly how we have built the ecosystem rather. So it was a pleasure having you here. And in terms of career clarity, yes. So if you would like to have any questions, discussions, anything regarding that, we would like to help you with this apart from what we have discussed. So you can let us know what direction you want to go. It could be now or it could be at some other point of time. You can get back to us in terms of career clarity because this is what you need to have in terms of understanding things. It is very clear for you. So next step or the next action point for you is career clarity. Except that you're reasonably good. When I say clarity, you need to understand the game. Okay, am I going to work for satisfaction? Would I need identity? Would I need money? Would I need power? Would I need leisure? Would I need a culmination of all of this? In terms of the practicality of this framework, you should look into, am I getting into finance field? Like core finance, where you're focusing on the corporate finance, or even investment banking will also come into this finance section. Or are you getting into the reporting side where you're focused more on the compliance? When you talk about accounting and when you talk about auditing,
Hmm.
probably stat audit, internal audit, forensic audit, and special audit. And there are lot of things. Our systems audit. So there are some range of things. Taxation, direct taxation, indirect taxation, international taxation. Within international taxation, probably you can specifically focus on transfer pricing, or you can also look at some export-oriented units and all of that. So if you look at the wide range of options, especially in the book which we have written, you can clearly see 25 options at least. So you need to identify 3 to 5 options and focus and pay attention to only those and say no to others because you already filtered this. If you want everything, you'll get nothing. So that way you can take the next step forward. Again, in this process, you can connect to our previous alumni, or you can connect to the other PS who have cleared this attempt. So anything is totally fine, but this is exactly how we'd like to support you further. So anything, any closing remarks from your side, Rajan, or anything which we would, anything you need from us also, you can let us know.
Okay. As far as as far as career guidance is concerned, just I want to need some guidance from your end. So I'm switching my domain from taxation
Hmm.
to this finance. And the
Hmm.
second thing, my aim is to go to Dubai as of now. So
Hmm.
I want to pursue this work at Dubai.
Hmm.
So whatever things which required for me to get settled in this very much quickly the whatever guidance you can give me regarding that.
Okay. So when you talk about Dubai, what is the time frame you're looking? Like how long do you want to stay there?
I'm looking for the long term is 5 to 10 years down the line means 5 to 10 years. I'm not going permanently settle there. But for sometimes 5 years around.
So because see, I'll tell you two types of people. Number one, they're very clear. They have a settlement in India. The reason why they want to go to Dubai is mostly they want to upgrade their lifestyle at their home because they go there, they save some X amount of money, send it back. First of all, parents' lifestyle get upgraded. And also when you come back, you have some assets to play with. Let's say a home, a car, an office and all. And then you want to settle and transition to the career. This is one. Many people are clear about it. Now, when you have a very short-term goal, when I say short-term, 3 to 5 years, I'm talking about short-term because long-term in career is 30 years.
Okay.
In short term is 3 to 5 years. Medium term is 10 to 15 years. Long term is 30 years. So
Okay.
very few people have long term clarity because career is 30 again. Right now you should be 24, 25. Now you have career till 55, 60, or at least 55 is 30 years. That is a long term, very long term goal. So in terms of definition, it's different. Yeah, we talk about 6 months as short term, 1 year as medium term, and 3 years as long term. That is there. But you need, when you're talking about shifting your country as a base,
Hmm.
shifting your country as a base, a lot of things change. For example, at a fundamental level, the kind of person you might marry will be very different when you change the country. A lot of people might be interested to come, some people might not be interested. So everything changes because it's a huge move forward, more than moving from Big Four, from Office A to Office B. It's a very significant shift. So I would like you to put some effort in understanding this. Okay, is it short term? Is it really short term? What if you like the ecosystem? What if you actually get settled there? What if you want to shift your parents there? What are the equations? Because if you have a sibling, then it's depending on the parents. Are they already settled? Would they need your support? Would they need your support medically? So this is a life decision. When we're talking about shifting a country, it's not just a career decision. Definitely, when you convert INR into AED, of course, you definitely well the currency difference will give you a lot of arbitrage. So that is anyways there. But instead of looking at it like 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, you look at it in the overall ecosystem. Then try to fit this into the next scheme of things. Let's say you want to get married in the next 3 to 5 years. Let's say you want to buy a house in the next 3 to 5 years. So for this, do multiple math, multiple multi-dimensional analysis than just looking at the number. Don't get too excited by just the salary difference because the other things which matter. And if you're reasonably clear, let's say this is what I am. I just want this. Always focus on one variable. Now, what I said is multiple variables. Having said that, if you talk about only one variable in mentorship, we focus only on one variable, which is marks. For us to add marks, yes, you need clarity, you need confidence, you need command, you need peers, you need subject conceptual, a breakdown of different topics. You need exam practice, but this is the unitary metric. What is it? Which is marks. Now, for you, what is that unitary metrics? Is it money? Then revolve everything. Is it identity? Is it satisfaction? Is it excitement? So you decide what is that one single variable which matters the most. So based on that, take a decision accordingly. Before you actually take the final decision, talk to 3 people who have done the short term thing, like who went there, came back. Talk to 3 people who are still staying there long term. Why 3 people? Never get carried. But now you ask me a question. I said something. I don't want you to get carried away with what I said because when you trust someone, it is normal for you to trust everything I say. It's not about whether I am right or wrong. It's all about how do you enhance the perspective. Now, one of your mentors gave you this perspective. Talk to someone whom you can trust. Talk to someone whom you like their competence, or talk to someone whom you like their character. Anything. There isn't going to be anything. Always take professional advice from people who can contribute. Don't take professional advice from emotional people who cannot contribute, who will operate based on the fear or assumption and all of that. Make sure there is no fear, there is no bias, there is no assumption, there is no opinion. Only get advice from those set of people.
Okay.
So you do this exercise, go through this, come back to me with something very specific. Now, when you come back, probably you'll be like, okay, I'm willing to go only for 2 years. I'm sure about it. I want to come back in 2 years. Now, for me to spend 2 years in Dubai, what do you think is the right field? Or I have identified one, two. What do you think work better? Or is there any connect which you can provide? So once you go through the cycle and come back to us with something specific, we'll see what we can do. Would this help, Rajan?
Surely, sir, it is very much helpful to me. Thank you so much for this explanation.
Perfect. So Rajan, we are very very happy and proud. As I said, like we always believe that's the reason why the name itself is Super Student. We mean it. The brand is not Super Mentor or whatever it is. It's Super
Yeah.
Student because you are the guys who built us. I'm absolutely happy because I always receive very good feedback from the team within. Like you always stick to the targets, you stick to the goals. Of course, there are deviations. Of course, the number of DR and number of PDR is not on the higher side, but that's totally fine. But you are someone who believe the concept as a whole instead of focusing on the nitty gritties completely. That is also fine. Like it works. It's not that It's not like school discipline is what you need, but you need clarity. Once you believe something, once you internalize something, you kind of follow it to the T. So this habit which you have, especially the articulation capability, is very, very good. So put in time the way, think about clearing interview like clearing exam. When you come to clearing exam, you decided to give it 3 months, 4 months of serious effort. Now, even for the career, before you enter, it's far more bigger decision than clearing exam. Exam is an entrance ticket. Now, this is where you have to go to the main theater. So now it is important for you to put in this at least 2, 3 months in this process continuously. Don't focus on anything else. What is that kind of career which I should go? Because in exam, you know what, you only have to figure out how. In career, you don't know what, you don't know how.
Okay. There is more
So
challenges.
challenging. So you have to give that level of priority and importance. And if somebody is doing now, once you know that you have to invest in yourself regarding this. In this scope, see where you can invest. In this, where you can get clarity. Everywhere, invest and get clarity. Don't make the mistake yourself. That is something which I always say as an entrepreneur. If somebody can add some value and reduce the journey, normally if it takes 3 months, if somebody can help you do it in 1 month, go for it.
Okay.
Don't play penny wise game. Is it 10,000? Is it 5,000? What? Don't never think about money for the next 5 to 7 years, especially when it comes to spending. Earning is a different thing because the maximum you can see. I'll tell you. Let's say you do all the courses on career right now in CA thing. It will still cost you less than a lakh. Now, but that will save you huge amount of time in terms of building things on your own. Again, I'm not asking you to bypass your work. I'm saying if somebody can accelerate things with proper guidance, definitely go for it. Anyone you trust. There are a lot of people in this CA ecosystem, outside ecosystem, anything. So take it as a fresh challenge. The way you decided to go for HLS, it could be anyone. It could be the whole idea is once you see the model, what is your model? You tried something, not working. Then what? How did you achieve? Pass from fail. Okay, I'm taking a back step. Let me trust someone. You integrate both. After that, what did you do? Now it's not just taking the inputs, I have to implement it. So your model is take strategies from someone, you focus on implementation. Bring them together, you'll get success. Similarly, in terms of strategy, keep working, keep thinking, but then see if you can download the strategy or download the game from someone and then start working on it. And you'll see the same success which you saw in the exam. This is what I believe, and I'm sure you'll do it. I'm sure you'll do it.
Okay.
All
Thank
right, Rajan.
thank you,
So
sir.
thank you very much for joining us. I really liked
Thank you, sir.
having this conversation with you.
And
So
sir, one thing I want to share. Earlier I have told with sir as well. So you have this mentorship program and all that for the students as well, specifically for students. So actually, I in my long term plan or I whatever I can say aim, I also want to enter into this mentorship kind of stuff. And actually, my long term maybe I am over or I don't know, but I have written in my aim book that international speaker like Tony Robbins, Robin
right,
Sharma,
understood.
Bob
Understood.
Proctor, kind of that. So I also want to become, I think, at least my core concept for me to add value in the people's life to live a good life.
Wonderful. So there are two things which I can do for you, Rajan. If you're serious, one, we'll give you a platform. You come and start talking to our students and then. Two, when the time comes, we'll also help you set up your own brand. Because we believe wherever you're going, you are a super student. Like this is exactly we'll be proud of what you do. So if you're serious, you're always welcome because you proved that the techniques will be useful practically. You're not saying it theoretically. So there is no better person to come and talk to your students. So in a previous attempt, you saw the likes of Sri Kirloskar, you saw the likes of Ujjwal and all of them, right? So similarly, we'd like to have you as a face of our brand. Definitely, you're most welcome. You can get started and you can decide to choose the mindset module, a routine, or you can pick up any specific subject. You tell me. We would love to have somebody like you who is very articulate. You're most welcome. You build the skills, and whenever you decide to set up something on your own, we'll also help you to do that. Yes, I think you have the right goal, and you're a very right person. You have that personality to do this. Not everyone has it. You have that. So I'm happy that you said this. We'll do the maximum to help you in this part of the career also.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
All
So
right.
I'm looking for this somewhat because you are in that experienced and
Yes.
you have that
Yes.
platform. So I
Yes.
can learn actually too much from you as well.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
how to manage all these things and how to present our own self for this thing. So I also want to learn with you,
Sure, Rajan.
whatever I can
We'll,
get.
we'll definitely have a constructive conversation tomorrow itself. Okay, I'll ask my team to get back to you. So most likely you'll do a session because we take decisions very fast. First of all, I'll give you a session. You can have a discussion. Then we'll help you with the feedback. Then you can take care. You can also let me want to take a higher responsibility. Anything like we can literally hire you also. The whole point is we want people with responsibility. So when someone is coming, they should first talk about responsible. What is it you want to do? Then you talk about what is it you want to get. It's not like we don't get into the regular process of hiring where people take decisions based on the fact. Now we definitely like to compensate merit. But the whole point is why are you doing what you want to do? Now your why is very clear. We respect that. So the platform is open and we'll take a next step within the next 24 hours. This is my promise to you. So yes,
Thank you
we'll
so
get
much,
started.
sir.
All
Thank
right,
you
all
so
right. All
much.
the best.